Beirut, Lebanon on June 6. Lebanon's second airport received a flight carrying a number of officials, including Prime Minister Nawaf Salam. For decades, Lebanon has had to rely on what was the country's sole airport, just south of Beirut. But the June 6 flight marked the reopening of the Renei Mouawad Airport in the northern Lebanese town of Klayat, which officials hope will be a second hub for the country's international travel, with prospective flights to Dubai, Istanbul, and a second location in Turkey.
Ceasefire has been reached. The Strait of Hormuz is reopening. Markets are moving. But Israel is still fighting, Iran's nuclear program is unresolved, and the hardest talks haven't even started. What does this deal actually mean? In this episode...
When Tony Fadell entered New York City's 28th Street subway station, he did not expect to come face-to-face with an advertisement for a product he designed over 20 years ago. But there it was. A 5x4-foot poster promoting the iPod Shuffle, luring passers-by with the promise of zero screen time. The first thing was I thought, wait a second, did somebody not change the ad? Fadell, known as the father of the iPod, told TechCrunch. For somebody like me who knows that thing intimately, it's like seeing your kid's picture.
Traffic-related fatalities in Karachi have declined by nearly 30% over the past 6 months, following the introduction of modern traffic monitoring and management measures, according to DIG traffic peer Mohammed Shah, speaking at the Karangi Association of Trade and Industry. Shah said 308 fatal traffic accidents were recorded during the period this year, compared to 447 during the same period last year.
The Higher Education Commission HE announced the results of Pakistan's first National Skills Competency Test, NSCT 2026, providing the country's first nationwide benchmark of IT and computer science skills among university students. According to the HEC on Wednesday, more than 40,000 students from 188 universities registered for the test, while over 33,000 IT students were assessed during the examination conducted on April 4 to 5, 2026.
Lahore PMLN President Nawaz Sharif on Wednesday expressed concern over the political situation in Azad Jammu and Kashmir, AJK, urging protesters to end sit-ins and demonstrations and engage in meaningful dialogue with the government. Under the Interim Constitution Act of 1974, the people of AJK enjoy full civil liberties and democratic rights. I urge them to end sit-ins and protests and instead engage in meaningful dialogue, the elder Sharif said at a meeting in Lahore on Wednesday convened to deliberate the political and administrative situation in Kashmir. The United Kingdom's competition watchdog has ordered Google to provide greater transparency on how its search rankings work, as part of new rules addressing concerns over the US tech giant's dominance in the sector. The Competition and Markets Authority, CMA, on Wednesday said Google must rank organic search results using objective criteria, increase transparency around rankings, introduce clearer complaint processes and allow users to transfer their search data to authorized third parties.
A ceasefire has been reached. The Strait of Hormuz is reopening, markets are moving, but Israel is still fighting. Iran's nuclear program is unresolved, and the hardest talks haven't even started. What does this deal actually mean? In this episode,
Telegram messaging app has challenged an Indian government order that temporarily blocked access to its platform to prevent exam fraud, claiming in a New Delhi court that the measure is unconstitutional and amounts to a disproportionate restriction on free speech. The extraordinary order came into effect on Tuesday in an attempt to curb channels claiming to have obtained examination papers in advance, but has prompted a debate over the use of such blanket bans.
As enterprises struggle to turn AI pilot programs into functional parts of their business, reliability has taken center stage. A new startup is hoping to solve that problem by drawing on the tools of mathematical formalization combining one of computer science's most reliable systems with one of its most chaotic. On Wednesday, Pramana Labs announced $27 million in seed funding led by Khosla Ventures, with participation from Excel, BoldCap, Nexus Venture Partners, Premji Invest and Unbound.
2 weeks ago, OpenAI said it would relaunch the robotics program it shuttered in 2021. The latest signal that the biggest AI labs are racing to teach machines to operate in the physical world. But building capable robots requires something the AI industry doesn't yet have, which is the training data to match that used for language models. That gap is creating a new kind of infrastructure business. Unlike LLMs that were trained on a vast sea of publicly available text, robots need data that captures physical interaction, and that kind of data barely exists. YouTube videos and footage captured by gig workers are low fidelity and hard to reconcile with the physical world. Anthropic has launched Claude Core, a 12-month fellowship program for early career workers who want to use AI for social impact work. The program will pay fellows $85,000 per year and place them inside non-profits, government agencies and public interest organisations. The first cohort will begin on October 19, 2026.
Karachi Mayor Barrister Murtaza Wahab on Tuesday inspected ongoing reconstruction and development work on Jahangir Road being carried out by the Karachi Metropolitan Corporation, KMC. During the visit, he reviewed progress on the road's second section and directed officials to maintain construction standards and ensure timely completion work. Second section is nearing completion. According to officials, reconstruction work with only finishing work remaining. With it, he says, the 2026 World Cup will have 13 kickoff times. You can use the Al Jazeera Sport widget to find out exactly when your team is playing in your local time, who Czechia versus South Africa, what FIFA World Cup 2026 Group A match where Atlanta Stadium, Atlanta, Georgia, United States, when Thursday noon, 16 GMT, how to follow. We'll have all the build-up on Al Jazeera Sport from 12:30 GMT in advance of our live text commentary stream.
Israeli airstrikes have continued to target towns in southern Lebanon, despite an agreement between the United States and Iran set to be formally signed on Friday to end the war on all fronts. Israeli drones carried out 3 attacks in Tyre that resulted in injuries, while a drone also targeted the Bint Bail district in Nabatee, Lebanon's state-run national news agency said on Wednesday.
Few energy sources can top geothermal's potential, with at least 42 terawatts of capacity available worldwide. According to the IEA, more than twice the world's energy use last year. The technology is shaping up to be the energy world's dark horse, even though investment in the tech pales in comparison to startups in advanced nuclear fission and fusion power.
Punjab Food Authority Director General Syed Musa Raza paid a surprise visit to Multan on Wednesday and supervised inspections that led to the seizure and destruction of unsafe food products. He also chaired a meeting at the Regional Directorate Office to review administrative performance, ongoing operations, and the efficiency of food safety teams.
A screening camp for hepatitis and other medical conditions is being conducted at Police Lines Headquarters, Islamabad, to promote preventive health care and ensure timely diagnosis for ICT police personnel. An official told AP organised under the supervision of AIG Logistics Abdul Haq Umrani and District Health Officer Islamabad, Dr. Syeda Rashida Batul. Dr. Syeda Rashida Batul.
The Rawalpindi Kahuta road upgradation project is unlikely to be completed during the current fiscal year after the federal government allocated only Rs 1 billion for the scheme in budget 2026 to 27. The project involves the widening and construction of a 28.4-kilometre dual carriageway between Rawalpindi and Kahuta, along with the Sihala Railway crossing overhead bridge, Sihala Bypass and Kahuta Bypass. It was approved by the Executive Committee of the National Economic Council, ECNEC, in July 2023.
India has restricted access to Telegram for a limited period after the National Testing Agency recommended action against the platform over fraud rackets targeting NEET UG 2026 candidates. According to the NTA, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology issued directions under Section 69A of the Information Technology Act 2000, restricting access to Telegram in India until June 22, 2026. Islamabad, halfway through his 5-year constitutional term, Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif has decided to transform the government's monitoring mechanism through real-time digital oversight to improve service delivery and public perception. The step is a part of the Digital Nation Pakistan initiative, whose monitoring model has already been finalized by the Pakistan Digital Authority, PDA.
Islamabad. Lawyers Iman Zainab Mazari Hazir and Hadi Ali Chatha filed a petition in the Supreme Court SC on Wednesday, seeking an early hearing of their challenge to a Feb 19 Islamabad High Court IHC decision in the controversial social media posts case. On Jan 24, an Islamabad Sessions Court sentenced Iman and Hadi to a total of 17 years in jail on multiple charges under the Prevention of Electronic Crimes Act, PECA. In February, the IHC had denied the lawyers' plea for suspension of their 17-year sentences under PECA. Former Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry took to X on Tuesday to give Pakistan's women some career advice. Don't join the police force. Quoting a post about Islamabad Chief Traffic Officer Kainat Azhar Khan, he questioned why women were opting to join the police. Chaudhry added that most of them are completely useless as cops. Also, it's terrible career choice, even otherwise.
The FBI thwarted a plot targeting Sunday's UFC event at the White House and has arrested 5 men, the US Justice Department said on Tuesday. Part of the plan involved striking nearby buildings with explosive-laden drones and firing on high-value targets, prosecutors alleged.
At conferences, speakers are often delivering their keynote or panel discussions in languages that many attendees might not know. That leads to users scrambling for their phones and opening translation apps to capture audio from a distance, which is not always effective. Mixshallow, a real-time audio startup that solves for situations like these, is joining DeepL to boost the German startup's translation suite to help improve these kinds of translation experiences. Mixshallow was founded in 2016 by Incubus guitarist and songwriter Mike Einziger, violinist Anne-Marie Simpson-Einziger, and Vic Singh, who is now the CEO of the startup.
As global investors race to fund the infrastructure underpinning the artificial intelligence boom, Canada Pension Plan Investment Board's CPP Investments has committed up to $70 billion to Indian data center operator Control S, betting on India's growing role in the global build-out of cloud and AI infrastructure. Under the partnership announced on Wednesday, CPP Investments will invest $40 billion, around $423 million, to acquire an 2% stake in Controls and commit up to 30 billion rupees, about $317 million, to a joint venture to develop hyperscale data center campuses across India. Punjab Transport Minister Bilal Akbar has said that the contract process for Lahore's electric tram project has been completed and the procurement stage is currently underway. Speaking to the media, he said residents would see the electric tram operating on Lahore's roads during the next fiscal year.
Pakistan Airports Authority, PAA, has directed different departments at Jinnah Terminal Airport to remain on alert after the Pakistan Meteorological Department forecast dust-laden winds and thunderstorms with rain in the city. According to PAA officials, the weather department has predicted dusty winds and rain in Karachi. In response to the expected wind's unusual weather conditions, the authority has safe airport operations to ensure safe airport operations.
ByteDance is in talks with Shanghai-based Iluvatar Corex to buy AI chips for inference work, according to 2 people familiar with the matter. The TikTok parent is also considering a similar deal with Baidu for its Kunlunxin chips, the sources said.
The incidence of lumpy skin disease, LSD, among livestock, particularly cattle and buffaloes, is reportedly increasing across various parts of District Sargodha, raising concern among livestock farmers, dairy farm owners and stakeholders in the livestock sector, according to information gathered through surveillance and multiple local sources. Affected areas include 92 NB, Bahak Mekan, 87 NB, 91 NB, 17 NB, 104 NB, Dera Jada, Kundan Shahpur, 66 NB, 40 NB and Mathalak.